Welcome back to Kip Up and Go podcast, episode 4.
14.
Yes. Dum, 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 dum. I'm your boy, The Juice. This is your boy.
Pat Nasty.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Um, we had a wonderful weekend with the Royal Rumble. Okay, I lied. It wasn't a wonderful weekend. I tried to make it juicy. It was an all right weekend. We had a decent weekend with the Royal Rumble. We had Monday Night Raw. Um, yes, so there was a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of ugly, and we're gonna get into that. Um, let's see, Mr. Pat Nasty,
So let's
take it
start real
away.
quick. One, there was a lot of camera issues. The new producer or the SmackDown producer that was doing the show, because I heard the regular producer, he was doing a UFC big event or something like that. So they had the SmackDown producer run the PLE for like the first time ever, or maybe he did another one, but horrible. The camera cutaways,
Very horrible.
everything looked bad, bro. Like there's a lot of action to be taken
Seen.
and shown, and like camera one, camera two, like cut, and it was awful. All right, the
The
most
main one-
egregious. All right,
Okay.
go ahead. The most
I'm sorry.
egregious one to you.
The most egregious one that I keep hearing about is the one where and I know you're probably gonna agree with this, the Jey Uso chance, the yeeting in the middle of the Royal Rumble where you missed Brock Lesnar's elimination. Very unprofessional. That was a major mishap where you should have caught that.
Yeah, 100%. And now they're trying to backtrack and say that they didn't want Brock Lesnar to like be seen in a certain way, so they just tried to put it away to make Brock Lesnar still look big and powerful. Stupid.
That makes no sense.
It's Brock Lesnar. All right, he's a major player. He has like top eliminations like of all time in that list somewhere because he just be throwing bodies. They did the Brock Lesnar with Obafemi this year, so like let's not try to act that Brock
Right.
Lesnar wasn't that big. But
Let's try not to act like that.
that was awful, so I didn't like that. Other thing is with the Women's
sir.
Royal Rumble, the lights on the back of the chair or on the headrest or wherever it was,
Uh-huh.
it made it look like nobody was there. The whole
And to
Women's
be
Royal
honest-
Rumble, it looked like nobody was there. We actually sat there and debating, hey, are they there? Like, are there people there? Is it empty? Are they being rude because they don't like women there? Supposedly.
That's the thing. There
You
weren't people there.
I've heard two different stories.
Uh-huh.
I've heard that there weren't people there, and then I've also heard it was a camera issue and they had to visually adjust their settings, and then after they did it, it looked like there was people there.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I smell BS right there. You know what I mean? It did not look
I
like
smell it.
anybody was there because you saw the entire outline of every light that was
Yes.
there.
And you didn't see nobody moving between chairs and anything like that. You would have saw somebody knocking, like going, blocking lights and everything like that, but that didn't
And
happen.
it's distracting because you're sitting there and you're watching like an entire design in the background, and you're like, "Yo, is
Right.
there anybody there?" So you stop watching the match and you start really trying to zoom in and look in, like, "Yo, do I see a head? Does any one of the lights move?" And it looked like there was nobody there.
That's exactly how I felt.
So that brings me to another point where Saudi Arabia is an awful spot for a PLE. Not
Yes.
because of a bad country or anything like that. It's because they have rules. It's like Japan when you go to the Tokyo Dome, you know what I mean, for NJPW, and like no one's really clapping or shouting or chanting. They're
Right.
like they're going through the motions. There's a specific way you're supposed to watch wrestling there.
Right.
And I get it with all cultures, but like, it's a televised event. It's a PLE. You know what I mean? You need the crowd to be hyped up. It's what makes it better. You can't just go to another country where they don't let people cheer or chant or stand up, or you know what I mean, or say you fucked up or whatever.
Yes. Because a lot of spots deserved like good chants. Deserved like it was a lot of spots where you should have been like, oh, like the crowd basically, I won't say dead, but they was mid. They weren't like a Chicago crowd. They weren't like a Canada crowd. It wasn't like a France crowd or Dublin crowd. They weren't like those crowds. Those are the crowds that get hyped because they know what this is. They know how the WWE works. I'm not
I
saying
just want
Saudi
to let you
doesn't
know
know how to
right
work.
now. Hold on, I
Go
gotta
ahead.
stop you right there. The fact that you wouldn't say and didn't add a New York crowd, I want to smack the shit out you.
You could do that later.
You left us off the list. How dare you? Leave a New York, New Jersey, rowdy, tri-state area crowd off the list. That's fucked up. Especially when the France crowd chant and cheer their own fucking chants the entire night, which sometimes make it hype. But like, you know, they're trying to, at least they're trying to enjoy themselves, whether it's a good match or a bad match.
Yes.
But go ahead, continue your point about the crowds. I'm just saying, like, don't disrespect us, bro. We don't play that.
New York crowd. Happy now? Good? We all
No,
right?
I'm not happy now. No. Yeah, keep going.
All right. Yeah, they are not as hyped as those type of crowds. For some reason, I think because they like the golden era, not golden era, the older era of WWE, and they're not too into this new era of superstars. Like, of course, they got a couple of people like Trick Williams, Whoop That, Trick, Obafemi, who, who. Man, I think I saw them. They were excited for El Grande Americano, the original.
I don't think it's because like they don't like the new superstars or the new era.
No. I didn't say they didn't like them. It's just that they don't really know who they are.
Nah, they know. If you go there, you know. You follow it. I think they just have a certain etiquette on how you're supposed to behave on certain events or when you're live or you're watching a performance or a show. There's a certain etiquette. Just like in Japan, there's a certain etiquette. You know what I mean?
If that's the case, they need to get a little bit more loose with it.
What's problematic to me with that is the fact that moments like that with the crowd behind you or not are make or break for those moments for everybody throughout the year. Like,
Right.
Especially with like again, the women's match that we're on. If there's nobody there chanting or cheering or whatever, it's just the people that's home that are screaming. And then you have to rely on everybody recording themselves, enjoying that moment so they can repost it because all the live video of it, it looks dead and it doesn't look good. And now you got to edit it with fake crowd noise. Michael Cole is going crazy because he has to, but you can hear him in the back row because he's the only one talking. You know?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you can make or break somebody's career for moments like that. Kofi forever had his own Kofi moment until they started botching him. So Ruka has her moments with like she's doing stuff like that. Chelsea Green had her moment when she was on Alba Fire's back. You know what I mean? These are all important and you need crowds to be behind you.
Definitely. Raquel had her moment when she slammed Rhea out the ring onto the edge of the ring. That was dope. And when Lash Legend, who did she pick up?
She had
picked
the
up Charlotte. She picked up Charlotte and threw
She
out.
had the most eliminations out of women, I believe. She had 5.
Yep.
So like she made her impact way more than Nia Jax had that night.
Yep.
So like you got to give it up for that. And
of
what's
course.
crazy is when we picked our like who's going to have the longest time, nobody had Charlotte.
Nobody had Charlotte. We didn't want Charlotte.
We even if we didn't want it, no one had Charlotte entering the ring anywhere before 20. I don't think I personally didn't have Charlotte getting into the ring anywhere before 20. 20, like the last third, I thought, all right, that's where Charlotte's gonna go. Not was it number 2 or number 1?
She was number 1.
Number 1.
Then Alexa was number 2.
Yeah.
Which is egregious.
It was good.
Just so they could do that little friendship spot.
I don't mind it because of the way they started the men's Royal Rumble. When it was just Obafemi throwing everybody out of the ring, Brock Lesnar style, I didn't really like it. Just because it made the match dead. It was not the same. The women at one point still had almost half the women left in the match.
Oh, of course.
The men's were just like straggling along and like they're trying to like really rush and do all these moments. And then, like you said, with the Brock Lesnar during the whole yeet coming down the stands, like it took longer, I think for the same time that it took Jey Uso to get to the ring, 5 women probably got into the ring. That's how fast in like TV production they were like just doing the countdown.
And that brings up another point that you made earlier and that I can agree with. Like, are we done? Are we getting close to finish with the whole yeeting thing? Because like At some points, it's just not necessary.
There's a
And
time and a
like,
place, I
there's a
believe.
time and a place. And in the middle of the Royal Rumble, it was not it. I
Nah.
felt like if it was going to be in the Royal Rumble, put it in the beginning of the Royal Rumble.
Be number one or be number two. When you have the time, there's nothing going on. That's when you do that.
Yes.
Not
You,
in the mid
uh,
match, bro.
yes, not mid match. You put it in the beginning of the match, you get the crowd hyped. That's how you get the crowd hyped. Like, yeah, you get them hyped up and ready to go. Then you start the match off and go crazy.
Yeah. And like the women's match had everything. There was people flying everywhere. There was so many women in the ring. Like, you're sitting there and you're counting how there's 14 women in the ring and they're on like
Uh-huh.
number 29 and 30. Like, yo, I don't know who's going to win this. There's so many people.
Yes, you got it. You got us, and you got us hyped and not expecting who's the real winner. Like who's like you got us anticipating somebody, but we don't know who's
It
the
was never
somebody.
dead. There was so much action because there was always like 4 or 5 women in the match through the entire time. And like when you got an elimination, you weren't even like that upset unless it was somebody you were picking. You were more like, all right, finally, someone got eliminated. Like, damn, it's been like 20 minutes.
Right, but it was a good 20 minutes where like there was a lot of action in it.
And the last 3, right? The last 3. It was Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sol Ruka. I'm sorry, Liv Morgan too, right? Liv Morgan. I'm sorry, not Becky Lynch. Not Becky Lynch. It was Charlotte Flair, Sol Ruka, and Liv Morgan. All 3, I was like, all right. On one level, you have the fucking Charlotte, bro. They're gonna do it again, aren't they? She finally benefited.
No. Hold on. I'm sorry. It was Tiffany Stratton.
Damn, you're right. I'm sorry.
Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany, Sol Ruka, Liv, and Raquel.
Right. I'm sorry. You're right. I rushed. I jumped the gun because you know what it is. It's the Tiffy versus Charlotte thing. So like they're like the same person, just younger.
Right.
And I felt like that was a good Final Four, especially since you had the betrayal with Liv. That set it all off right there. That betrayal was crazy.
Oh yeah. But they're back to being besties, so it doesn't
I don't know.
matter.
We're gonna find out later after Raw. We'll get to that in a bit. And then all 4, you were like, all right, like Raquel's putting in work. I didn't think like you thought she was gonna be the weak link of the Judgment Day, but she's been putting in work. Like as a big girl, she's been actually putting in that work and doing good. I like her way more than I like your girl Jade Cargill as a big girl powerhouse.
Yeah, that's because that's the storylines that they're giving her. They're not giving my girl Jade the storylines. Oh shit! Hold on.
You would think that
go ahead, you got
being there with Roxanne Perez and Liv, that she's gonna be like drowned out in the background. You know what I mean? Kind of the way like Chelsea Green is so over the top, but Alba Fire and what's the other one? Because she has like 3 names.
Piper Niven.
Piper Niven. Like they kind of fall in the background as side characters. You know what I mean? Nah, Raquel's been up there. She's been putting in that work. She's actually made the Stephanie Valkyra's like title run pretty good. It started off bad where like they weren't giving any of these women matches, and all of a sudden there's like now a feud, and I'm like, all right, I'm with it. And working as a big, she hasn't been that bad. And then I was okay, and then when it finally got down, and it was Sol Ruka, Liv Morgan, and Tiffy, I was like,
it's to go either way.
I was really hoping for Sol Ruka. She was the way underdog at that moment, but I was hoping, like, you never know. Like, she's athletic as hell. Like, so if they need somebody to work and give her that shine, that's the one you want to give. But
that's where we differ just a little bit, because not for any specific reason. I was just going for not Tiffany, Liv. I just thought it was too early for. So for me, I thought it was too early for Sol Ruka, but her being in second place is great, or third, whatever.
One thing I want to give credit to is until that moment, right? Because Tiffy's been gone for a minute, and you're kind of over the Tiffy title reign now that Jade Cargill has it. At that moment, I realized the superstar, the S class that Tiffy. I remember last week I said Tiffy wasn't S class yet.
Yes.
At that moment, realizing the Rumble when she's there, it hit me. We're like, oh, she's S class because she might win. Like, hold on, wait a minute. It could most likely Liv, but Tiffy, they can give it to too. So like, she earned her S class. It's my bad. She's been gone for a minute. But like, when you put them in them moments and you have to pick a champion and you have to think who's gonna win here, Tiffy was up there right away. Like, she might actually come back and win.
The thing is, we needed that little break from Tiffy for
Yeah,
us to
because
appreciate Tiffy.
we need to breathe.
Yes.
So congrats to Charlotte. She made an S class fucking wrestler. I
Yep.
want to give Charlotte her flowers for that. Like that's, you know what I mean? That's your job. That's what Becky
Veteran's
wants to
supposed
do. That's what Becky wants to do with Maxine. It's gonna take a while, but I hope that happens. So Liv Warren, super happy. I'm not even upset. Like in no way am I upset that Liv
Good.
won. She never lost her belt to begin with because of injury and all that. So I love it. Then we get what was the next match? It was it was Gunther and AJ Styles.
Sad boy match.
All right. Gunther won. Didn't believe it. Can't believe that AJ Styles fucking lost that match. It's so early in the year. It's horrible to do.
Yes.
And then that count when he just drops his hand. I always thought before somebody passed out, you drop it 1, 2, and then they Hulk out, and you know what I mean? They go at 3, and then they have the power, and they get up in reverse. He gave 1. 1 chance he gave that guy. That's bullshit. I feel like they didn't address it on Raw. They let Gunther fucking gloat, but that's BS. I feel like they need to at least address it.
Here's the thing, right? And I saw this on like a little YouTube, Instagram post. I can't remember which one it was. They were saying that it was up to the referee's discretion, and it seemed like AJ. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say the same thing.
He passed out, right? Like he was just out of it. He was for his safety.
He was out of it. He couldn't move, so the referee used his discretion and just did did the one hand drop. And I just said straight cap. That's straight cap. That's straight
2
BS.
more seconds and doing 2 more of those would not have hurt. Do it the right way.
Yes, even if he lost, even if he still lost, do the full 3. Give us the full 3.
I feel like the 3-2 would have just been more climactic. It would have been just way better. Because by the second one, your heart's racing like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. After the 1, like there's really like a nothing. It's like a 1 count with a pin. You don't really do anything for a 1 at all. You don't react. You're just like, hey, it's 1. All right. And then you can move on to the 2. Like, all right, no big deal. And then you get the anxiety. There's no anxiety at 1.
Now, what would have been better? You do the 1. You do the 2. He powers up before the 3. He builds up. He builds up. He builds up. And Gunther just yanks him back to the middle of the ring, lock his legs in. He can't go nowhere. You give it another minute, then you do the 1, 2, 3.
One more.
That would have been way more.
That would have been cool. 1 more choke just to emphasize, oh, my man dead.
Oh, he dead.
He dead. You know what I mean?
Dragon Lee was more dead on Monday.
My man was, I don't know how they did that. Like, congrats to the Gunther by holding the man up by his head. But Dragon Lee, I hope we see him soon.
Hopefully.
I don't want him to do nothing. I just want to know he's alive and breathing. My man, post a TikTok. So tell Gunther you got it out for him, and then you know what I mean. We'll see you next week on Raw to finish business because I think your
sell
family,
it for like a month.
I feel like your family is ordering a casket, bro. Like charges need to be filed for a hanging in public.
Yes,
that was rough.
Yes, it's crazy because I'm not gonna be that guy, but I saw the comparison from when AEW did it with Brody King and that
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, there it is. Got his name.
Glug.
Yeah.
All right. I
So
guess was your thought finished? All right.
my
So,
daughter, my daughter's finished. Oh,
uh,
if you can, before you upload this, can you clip in our little sad boy clip?
yeah, fine. That's a post production text message you could say instead of on live. But anyway,
You can put it right here in this spot right here.
right. That's a text message, not while we're recording. Anyway, but I'm sad AJ lost. The whole he was dropping his gloves and then picked them back up. I didn't really care or like too much because it was too much. I may be done with it was too. I'm done
Dramatic.
with WWE, but I'm not done. Like
It was a little dramatic.
if you're there at WWE and you do it. That's fine. If you want to show up, like drop your gloves, but go to TNA the next night, that's cool. Everybody's gonna understand. There's no like, you know what I mean? Upsettingness. I think anyone would be upset if you dropped your gloves, left, and then you appeared on TNA in a week or two. Because it's WWE. That's what you're doing. I'm out. Here's my gloves. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't even wear the gloves when you go back to TNA and do a run. You just do the shorts and, you know what I mean, barehanded. So I didn't like.
Cut your hair shorter again, like you did before.
I didn't like that part of it, and it dragged on forever. And that's not the crowd. Like because of the crowd, it's not the crowd to do the farewell.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not the crowd for that. Like I understand it's Royal Rumble, you end where you start, but that wasn't the crowd for that.
But that wasn't what he deserved.
Yeah, he deserves so much better.
I don't have a whole lot on Sammy and Drew. That match pretty much went the way I thought it was going to go, the way I hoped it was going to go.
The only thing I could say, it needed an extra 5 minutes. Actually, if you want me to believe in Sammy, give me an extra 5 minutes of him getting his ass kicked around by Drew McIntyre and just trying to power out everything, and hit him with at least 3 to 4 claymores, not just 2. Hit him with 3 to 4 claymores and let Drew really dominate him to be like, I'm really that guy.
I never believed in Sammy a second in that match. Because, like, you're going to WrestleMania. There's no way, like, they're going to do all this with the title if you win and send you to WrestleMania. Like, with the men's Rumble still to go. Unless Kevin Owens was going to be magically healed by Mr. Miyagi for his neck. You weren't going to win that match. I was just happy it was over. It's cool. There wasn't even enough build-up. You just won a tournament.
Facts.
There was no big feud. You just won a tournament. That's cool. You got lucky. So that match was all right. And now let's get to the men's Rumble. The biggest disappointment of the entire night on so many levels. I've never in my life watched a Rumble where I didn't want any of the 4 men, the final 4 men, to win. By the time they got to the final 4 men, I was checked out.
I can't be mad at you. I'm not mad that Roman won. I'm okay with it. As me, I'm just okay with it. That's all I could be. I'm not excited. I'm not disappointed. I'm okay with it. The fact that you didn't have LA Knight in the Final Four, the fact that you didn't have none of your new stars in the Final Four to make them stars, the fact that you didn't have any returns,
no celebrities,
no celebrities, like to make it exciting.
You just had Obafemi in the middle of a ring by himself for most of the match. Now,
that was basically it.
At the beginning of the match, the way they did Obafemi coming out after for Braun Breaker and stuff like that, and they do the whole coded guy, I was cool with that. I had no problem with that whatsoever. I thought, all right, that's fun. But after that, it made no sense.
It didn't.
Braun Breaker was like everybody's pick to be at least in the top 4, top 5. To eliminate him for a storyline or whatever immediately and then proceed to have a match that didn't really have any great moments is just crazy. Like Braun Breaker, I would have been happier if Braun Breaker was the Obafemi eliminating 5 guys. Most eliminations of the night was Obafemi. 5 guys. Just dominating in the ring, doing this, doing that. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm glad a young guy got his shine in Obafemi. It's good. But like it just made the rest of the Rumble, the production, the choices horrible. And like you said with the Jey Uso, it's terrible. Brock Lesnar got in the ring. They never really got a good Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar stare down and like a couple fighting, some back suplex from you, a suplex from you, a feat of strength here, a feat of strength there. Nothing. We never got none of that. There was always something interrupting them.
Yes.
It just
Yes.
teased it for no reason. Why are
No
you
reason
teasing
at
it?
all.
It doesn't make any sense. If
It
you're gonna
doesn't.
tease anything, tease the way they get eliminated or something like that. So that way, like, you know, how I would rather them both have gotten eliminated at the same time on different sides of the ring, and they
Uh-huh.
have to meet in front of the walkway and have a stare down and have a confrontation there and build up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because at
Have a
least
conversation there. Let the security exit them out. And I mean, and like you got something. You got some meat on that little story right there that you could deal with
Yeah.
later on down the line.
Because while they're talking shit, Obafemi can at least say, "Hey, I threw out 5 guys. How much you throw out?"
Right. But who eliminated Brock? Was it Oba?
It was I think it was a multiple. No, it was a multiple person like clothesline or something like that where Brock got eliminated.
Okay. And now
I can't even tell you because of how fast they cut to it and cut away.
it was Cody and LA Knight.
Yeah, and it was done so fast out of nowhere and horrible, bro. Like it was just. Did Brock just get eliminated? Ah,
During a
shit.
yeet off?
Yeah. Like that was a mess. That was just a mess. Like I felt like you were getting cut to people after the fact or like just at the end. Like you were just barely seeing stuff. Like I think the worst cut of the night was when Nikki Bella came out. They cut to the back of a head of some fan, and we thought, "Oh, is that Brie?" And then Brie comes out later.
Right. We really thought that was Brie Bella for a second. It was just the back of some random fan's head.
Like, why do I need to see that? That doesn't do nothing. This is television. Everything you show me, scene by scene, I'm going to judge and try to predict what's going to happen next. And you show me a random back of a person's head.
Makes no sense.
Stupid.
Stupid as hell. The fact that they really didn't have no surprises of people coming back. Like I can understand Steph's not ready yet to come back.
No Jericho.
Like, no Jericho.
There were signs that said Rumble is Jericho.
Like these were the opportunities you had to make this a very special Rumble. My boy Montez Ford could have had a showing. You could have had the dude from London.
The dude from London.
The TNA guy from London.
Oh, there was no Joe Hendry.
No Joe Hendry. Oh my God.
He was in last year's Rumble. There was no Joe Hendry. Like
5 names that would have got the crowd going.
My boy Kit Wilson. He deserves a Rumble.
6.
He deserved the Rumble spot. The crowd going, Kit Wilson. Like all that. Gone. None of that. Instead, you got Obafemi in the middle of the ring by himself waiting for the next person.
You could have had Kit Wilson in there. Well, you could have had Matt Cardona in there first. Bring Kit Wilson out like 3 people later. Have him eliminate Matt Cardona and doing his little dance at the end, and then he gets eliminated by somebody real
but
quick.
Like Oba or Brock. Like Brock would have been the most hilarious. The Brock just looking at like, is this what the fuck we're doing now? Is this what we're doing now? Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck are you with your pants up to your belly button? You know what I mean?
Toxic masculinity.
He's not gonna come out. You know what I mean? Like that's build stuff for the next night for SmackDown, for Raw. Like you know, do stuff. Done. Horrible. And then the one thing they did right was the El Grande Americano Spider-Man meme.
Yeah,
having both
they did that slightly right.
Having both El Grandes is probably the only highlight I have of that Royal Rumble.
The original and the fake. Who is the original and the fake?
And you know what? I just thought of it right now. You know what would have been even better? Even better. When they had Obafemi by himself waiting for the next person, run it back with Santino. He's in TNA.
Right.
Have Santino run it back and immediately get eliminated by Oba in 3 seconds again. Twice. Be the only man in WWE history to be eliminated in 3 seconds twice.
And be like, no, I wasn't ready.
That would have been amazingly funny. So
Definitely.
I mean, there's so many opportunities they could have did that we make that's better than what they did. Awful. And then, so now, we get to the final four. It's Logan Paul that everybody hates. Roman Reigns, where everyone was like, oh my God, he's going to fucking win again, isn't he?
Yeah. At least it wasn't back-to-back.
Right. Who was number three?
It was Roman Reigns, Logan Paul. Oh, crap.
I hated everybody so much that I didn't even care. Like, there was nobody good. There was no Jacob Fatu. There wasn't even Cody Rhodes, I don't think.
Nope.
Who the hell was it?
Hit this fucking phone sometimes.
Oh my God, who the hell is it?
Oh, Roman Reigns, Gunther, Randy Orton, and Logan Paul.
Gunther and Randy Orton, that's right. Randy Orton was the only one that, like, I wanted to win, but I knew he had no shot, so I couldn't even, like, want him.
Which is BS. You could put Randy Orton in the WrestleMania.
There's no way I thought Randy Orton and three out of the four guys, Randy Orton, Gunther, and Roman, can be at WrestleMania, have a moment, and don't even need a match.
You're correct. 100% correct. But I would have loved it for Randy Orton to actually win.
Think about this, right? Think about this. Think about how bad this is. You had Randy Orton, the legend killer, and Gunther, the career ender.
Oh, my God.
And it's the final ring, and there was nothing.
Nothing.
There was no confrontation. There was no mention of it. There was no moment. There was no stare down. There was nothing. There was nothing that Randy Orton or them could have did that said, hey, you're trying to beat me?
Yeah. Could have walked up to Gunther straight up, like, tapped him on his chest. Career killer? You get that from me. Legend killer. Nothing.
And real quick, right? I want a quick debate. And I don't even think it's debate. I think it's a one thing. This is right here is a quick short reel. Ready? Randy Orton's legend killer doesn't even compare when it comes to Gunther.
Oh, okay.
Career ender doesn't compare to how vicious and destroyer and mean the legend killer was. That man was hurting your soul.
Yes.
He wasn't just having a match to end your career and get you out of here. Legend killer was fucking brutal. There's
no debate on that.
Oh my God. They had to ban his move. They had to ban that shit. That punt. They had to ban it because he wasn't even ending your career. He was ending your life and your soul. He could attack your daughter, your mama. It didn't matter. He was going to get to you somehow. Nobody in your family was safe when it came to the legend killer.
Definitely. Especially when he locked himself in that room with all four legends and he had a steel chair. That was funny. That was funny.
And we didn't get a single moment. We didn't even get to think about the possibility of the career ender versus the legend killer.
Facts.
So that's a big letdown right then. Then there's no point in having Randy Orton in the 4. I'd rather Cody have been in the final 4 with Roman. I would have believed it more.
Yeah. Like, you could have had that stare down or that confrontation and then have them meet somewhere down the line afterwards. Career killer versus legend killer.
I don't care for Logan Paul in that spot.
Whatsoever. He didn't need it.
You can at least get behind the fact that he's lucky. He's an opportunist.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing Logan Paul's got going for him is that he's an ultimate opportunist. He just gets lucky. He's in the right place at the right time. He's got connections. So he can luck his way to a win. If Logan Paul won I'd be severely upset, but I wouldn't be that shocked. I'd be able to talk myself into the fact, like within the next 3 hours, as I cried. But
Definitely.
for Roman Reigns to win is like useless. Granted,
Yeah.
there was a great promo on Raw between Punk and Roman. They both made a lot of good points, going back to War Games and all the things
Uh-huh.
that Punk said and the holding of the championship and mocking Roman behind his back.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Zeros.
Z-Bros, all great things. So they made the best of it, but it didn't need to happen.
It did not need that one. You could have had that without him winning the Royal Rumble.
Roman just could have came to Raw during a contract saying, said, hey, big dogs. Yeah, I'm in this
Let me get
match.
that.
I'm in this match. I hope y'all know that. You can't have a WrestleMania main event without me. And every single person would have been like, oh, that's it, done. Because it's Roman. You call your shot.
That's it. He held this business on his back for 4 years.
It's pretty
Straight.
much almost what he did last year.
Yeah. He held the business on his back for 4 years, him and his family.
So,
And yes, he had 2 years off to where y'all could have made new stars and got people over. But with creative like this, that's not happening.
yeah.
You have all these moments to shoot your shot and get somebody over, but you let things flop.
I don't know. I don't know if they panicked and they went with the safe bet. If Saudi Arabia just really wanted the tribal chief to win and it was just cooked from the books to begin with, but it didn't feel like, of all the wrestling we watched all year, it didn't feel like that Rumble represented anything that we watched all year.
Not at
If
all.
you take that Rumble and you take everything that we watched throughout the whole year, it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. And the thing that kills me is that you have obviously LA Knight right there.
Again, they must have lost face to them after that WWE Unreal.
Understandable, but this is how crazy they are. He's still over like Rover. You could have had him eliminate Roman Reigns. That would have sparked a little side beef with them and reignited the beef with him and CM Punk that never really got resolved.
Do you think
Just saying.
what they're going to do is because he eliminated Brock Lesnar, they're going to have him just get beat the fuck out of by Brock Lesnar as punishment? Like, hey, if you want back in our good graces, go through Brock Lesnar and just get your ass beat the entire time? Like, you have to go through that match. After that match and you pay your dues, we're good. That's your punishment and for the crime of botching that Money in the Bank finish.
Only if they do it the way they did it with Cody Rhodes, where he comes out on top at the end of it.
All right. But so anyway, big letdown for the Royal Rumble. Raw was okay, but Raw did not feel like a Philadelphia Raw.
Yeah.
For it being Philadelphia, it did not feel like a Raw after a major PLE. The Big
Rumble.
Four. The Big Four. It did not feel like that. I don't know what they did to that
Step
crowd.
it up, Triple H.
They had a bunch of moments they could have did that they never did.
You had a lot of opportunities here.
Besides the last promo at the end, which I wouldn't have saved for the end, I would have started the show with it, to be honest. I would have started the show with that. I thought that would have been better. But Stephanie and Raquel saved the night. They had the best moment of the night, even with Dragon Lee getting choked out and hung over by his neck.
Yo, as I'm looking at it, there was only 3 real matches.
Yeah. I guess maybe there was problems coming back from Riyadh with all the plane flights and stuff like that, which is weird because they could have had so many people just already there waiting because they didn't go to the Rumble, or maybe they made everybody at the Rumble just in case things happened. But I don't know. I felt let down. Like I told you before, I felt like when Paul Heyman was in Adam Pearce's face and telling him, "Do you know where we are? Where we at? what I
The city
mean to
means.
Philadelphia, he should have did that in the stands like Jey Uso on the stairs with the whole crowd around him as bodyguards, and then sent down bodyguards to be like escorted out, but they can't get over the barricade because there's so many fans. Even if you plan a couple just to stand in front of the stairway, like we're not letting you through. That would have been so much more impactful, and they missed it on that.
Yeah, they wanted to do a backstage segment, which was mediocrely dry.
It felt like everything was vignettes.
Yo, here's a. I'm just going off for a second. You had if I'm not mistaken, you had the Usos there. You had the Alpha Academy there, who are number one contenders. Why didn't you do like a one-on-one match, real quick exhibition between one of the twins and one of Alpha Academy?
Maxine saved the Burt Kreischer segment backstage. Her expressing her like wanting to break Natty's ankle, I was all in.
Yeah,
when she
you could have had all that. You could have did that right before you sent them out for a one-on-one match. You feel me?
You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't know. I felt like Raw really missed the mark for a major Monday Night Raw after a big 4 PLE. I don't know. And you were in Philly. It had everything you needed to be as big as possible. And maybe there was flight restraints or something. It just felt like it missed the mark.
Yeah.
But,
Penta. Okay, got.
Penta and
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed was okay. LA Knight not supposed to be there, but shows up with a chair and beating up everybody anyway. Like, that's cool. That's fine. You know what I mean? We'll see more, but that's like hey, we'll check this out next week. Like whatever happens.
I understand, and I just hate the fact that they sacrificed a loss to Bronson Reed the way he did.
Yeah.
Like what a count out loss. That was stupid. That was stupid.
I don't know. I just felt like, it was whatever. It was cool wrestling weekend, but I don't know. That's all I got for this week. What else you got?
You forgot it, bro. You forgot.
What we got?
The one major return that should have been way major, but it was let down because
we did Brie Bella. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me, please.
But
it was let down. Your boy, my boy, our hero, Dominic Mysterio.
Wasted. Honestly, I haven't seen him in so long. I forgot that he still had 2 championships. I thought he lost the AAA champion. I didn't even know he won it back.
No, he still had it.
I thought that when he got hurt, he only had the 1 belt. I didn't even know that he had it back. Like, that's how long I haven't seen Dominic, and I haven't seen anything about it. And it was wasted on Liv Morgan.
It was way wasted on Liv Morgan.
That's not the way I would have done. Like,
not at all.
I don't know, man. I get they want to show the unity, I guess, between Daddy Dom and Liv in the group. But that was just a waste.
It was a waste. The way I would have done it, like, I don't think this would have been a waste. It probably would have been a little bit, not even awkward. You should have did it in reverse a little bit. If anything, you should have had Liv out there celebrating at first. Then Raquel coming out there to, like, be mad and this, that, and the third. And when they get into each other's faces, then you have Dominic Mysterio. He come down there and he smooths everything out between the both of them.
Or
and they get them back on the same page.
Or what I would have did, right, is maybe instead of having Liv at that spot with the championship, trying to give it to Raquel, that backfired.
Right.
I would have had Dom do it. Like, you told me not to go down there, I won't go down there.
You had Dom down there.
Send Dom. Dom goes down there, tries to give her the belt, whether it's his belt or something like that. One of the ones, you know what I mean? Any belt. And it backfires. And then he looks like a klutz or whatever. And then next week we yell at, like, you told me not to go. So I sent Dommy.
That too. And not even that. I would have had him do the mask. Do the whole shebang, a whole black mask. Go in, tie his hair, slide her the belt, have her help him win, and then reveal as he's going up going up the ramp. Dom is back. Dirty Dom
How
Mysterio is back. He
crazy?
just helped Raquel with the belt.
How crazy? Like, one, it's too early, I guess, to throw him in that scenario. But how crazy would it have been if he came down in the same getup as the guy that curb stomped Braun Breaker? And like Dom's like, no, it was just a coincidence, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was coincidence. I didn't even watch the Royal Rumble.
I didn't
I'm
do
just coming
that.
in now.
You know what I mean? That way you at least have a moment where Braun Breaker wants to kill Dominic. You know what I mean? As you brought him back, I'm whoa. That wasn't me, bro. I came out later for that match. You know what I mean? Like, I got revealed because like Stephanie and him had a tussle and then ripped the mask off him. And it turns out to be Dom before, like, you know, that would have been funny. Right. That way you had a reveal for Dom, and then the entire night everyone was like, yo, did Dom just fucking cost Braun Breaker and curb stomp him? Like,
was that him?
That would have been great. I would have loved that. Like, thinking about it, I'm getting mad now because of how fun that would be, because it works on 2 levels.
And that's the thing. They're not making things fun anymore. They're not making it as fun as it can be. They're not utilizing all their brain cells to make this thing worth the money that we pay to see it on TV or see it at live events.
Yeah.
That's what they're not doing.
Right. So
one last thing.
One last thing.
We heard earlier through the grapevine that WWE didn't pay for the women to get costumes. They had to do it themselves.
Poor Sol Ruca had to do her outfit through Amazon.
Like, come on, WWE. Like, are y'all going? Y'all not even WWE, TKO. Are y'all really down bad for bread?
That cheap?
Are you that cheap?
And like, does part of your contract with Saudi Arabia say, hey, don't help the women? Like, don't pay them.
Don't help the women, buddy. Don't help the women.
No extra. Like, come on. The women can wrestle, but don't help them.
Don't help them. Make them work for it. Like, what? Like, y'all really couldn't help your 30 women that's going to be putting their bodies on the line by paying for their gear? Like, how down bad for money are you guys?
If she said that the miscommunication was she was in the Rumble late, I would have understood. But not that she didn't give any stipend or anything like that for her ring gear. Because like, I feel like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble ring gear should all be planned out weeks in advance.
Weeks in advance.
Not like the week of, hoping your Amazon order shows up.
Very, very unprofessional and cheap of WWE / TKO.
Like, she probably copped that shirt from the Megastore there that day.
Yeah. I was wondering why her gear was looking like that. I was like,
everybody else had bodysuits.
Yeah, and she had those loose old pants on. I'm like,
Amazon.
Okay, cool, whatever. Amazon. Same day delivery.
I bet you she make Amazon sales go up if she put the link out for those pants. But I don't know. But yeah, that's it for me, yo. Just do better, WWE.
Do better, WWE. That's all we can say.
So we'll be back after SmackDown. You know, like and subscribe. Thank everybody. You know, let's build this up. We're doing better this year, like we said we were going to do.
Yes, we're being more consistent. We're putting up more community posts, so please be in those posts.
Clips coming out. We're trying to do. You know what I mean?
Be on the lookout.
We're gonna try to do some YouTube shorts. You know, Facebook short reels. Try to get stuff out there. Like, you know, I mean, we're just 2 average guys trying to figure it out ourselves. So
yes, and if you do have any ideas, let your boy know. Let your boys know. We're right here. Hit us in the comments. Hit us in an email. You see us on Instagram somewhere or something like that. Hit us there too. We're gonna put all the links in.
Say, grow it. Let's grow it together. Be a family.
Let's grow it together. Yes. That way, once we get to 50 subscribers, our first hurdle, we could talk to y'all live and do live joints. Okay? We love you.
All right, yo. So thank you all for watching. This is episode 14 of Kip Up and Go. That's your boy,
The Juice.
And I'm your boy, Pat Nasty. And
let's go.
Thanks for watching.